Two people raised in the same home turn out completely different. Same parents, same neighborhood, same school, radically different personalities. Personality psychology asks what makes you distinctly yourself and why. Sigmund Freud believed personality is driven by unconscious forces, desires, fears, and memories hidden below awareness. He divided the mind into three levels: the conscious, the preconscious, and the vast unconscious beneath the surface. Most of what drives behavior is invisible to the person experiencing it. Freud described three mental structures. The ID operates on the pleasure principle, demanding immediate satisfaction regardless of consequences. The ego applies the reality principle, mediating between desire and the external world. The superego represents internalized moral standards and produces guilt when violated. Defense mechanisms are unconscious strategies the ego uses to reduce anxiety. Repression pushes threatening thoughts out of awareness. Projection attributes our own unwanted feelings to others. Rationalization invents logical-sounding justifications for unacceptable behavior. All operate automatically and outside conscious control. Freud proposed 5 psychosexual stages from infancy through adolescence. Unresolved conflicts at any stage produce a fixation, a lasting preoccupation that influences adult behavior. Though historically influential, psychoanalytic theory is criticized for being untestable and for placing excessive emphasis on early sexuality. Humanistic psychologists like Abraham Maslow and Carl Rogers rejected Freud's dark view of human nature. They argued that people are fundamentally good and naturally motivated toward growth. At the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs sits self-actualization, reaching one's full potential. Carl Rogers introduced the self-concept, our organized set of beliefs about who we are. He argued that psychological problems arise when our ideal self and real self diverge too sharply, producing incongruence. A person who believes they must be perfect to be loved experiences constant self-judgment. Rogers believed growth requires unconditional positive regard, accepting someone completely, without conditions or judgment. Parents who make love contingent on performance create conditional regard, which warps self-concept. The person learns to hide authentic feelings to remain acceptable. Trait theorists argue that personality can be described as a set of stable, measurable characteristics. Gordon Allport cataloged thousands of personality traits in the dictionary. Later researchers used factor analysis to reduce this enormous list to a manageable set of core dimensions. The Big Five model describes personality across 5 dimensions: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, remembered by the acronym OCEAN. These 5 factors consistently emerge across cultures, age groups, and research methods. They are the most replicated finding in personality psychology. Big Five traits are moderately heritable and relatively stable across adulthood. However, most people become more conscientious, agreeable, and emotionally stable as they age, a pattern observed across many cultures. Biology sets tendencies. Experience and maturation shape how those tendencies express themselves. Albert Bandura proposed that personality emerges from the interaction of personal factors, behavior, and environment, a concept he called reciprocal determinism. We are not simply shaped by our environment. We also choose our environments, interpret experiences, and influence the situations we encounter. Self-efficacy is your belief in your own ability to succeed in a specific situation. High self-efficacy leads to greater effort, persistence, and resilience after failure. It is learned through mastery experiences, observing others succeed, and encouragement from people we respect. Twin and adoption studies show that personality is substantially heritable. Identical twins raised apart are more similar in personality than fraternal twins raised together. This finding, replicated across dozens of studies, demonstrates that genes set real tendencies, even when environments differ dramatically.